students. In this module, we are going to learn about the properties of integers. Properties of integers. So this is for class 7, chapter number 1, integers. First property, we have already studied about the properties of natural numbers and whole numbers, and today we are going to learn about the properties of integers. So first property is closure property, which says that two integers, when we operate two integers, if the result is an integer, we say that operation is closed. That operation is closed for integers. Now here the operations, there are four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So here we will look each and every operation and we will see whether it is closed for integers. So first we will check whether the addition of integers is closed. We will check whether addition of integers is closed. We will take two integers. And we will add them, and we will look at the sum of the two integers. If it is an integer, we will say that addition is closed for integers. So let us take two integers, 1 and 2, and let us add them. 1 is an integer, 2 is an integer. When we add 1 and 2, we get 3. Therefore, addition is closed for integers. Subtraction, what about subtraction? Subtraction, earlier in natural numbers and whole numbers, we saw that subtraction is not closed. Like for example, in natural numbers, when we subtract 2 from 1, we get minus 1, which is not a natural number. Therefore, subtraction was not closed in natural numbers. Similarly, in whole numbers, when we subtract 2 from 1, the answer is minus 1, which is not a whole number. Therefore, subtraction was not closed in whole numbers. What about the integers? Is subtraction closed in integers? Let us take one example and verify this. Let us take 1 and minus 2. Let us subtract 1 and 2. The answer is minus 1. Minus 1 belongs to integers. Therefore, subtraction is closed for integers. What about multiplication? Do we get an integer when we multiply two integers? Yes, we have. Let us check whether we get the integers. Let us multiply 1 and 2. We get 2, which is an integer. What about the division? Division, let us divide 1 by 2. This type of number is not an integer. Therefore, division is not closed in integers. Okay, or integers are not closed for division. So we can say that integers obey closure property for addition, subtraction and multiplication. Integers obey closure property for addition, subtraction and multiplication. It does not obey for division. Now let us look look at the next property. Next property is commutative properties. Commutative property, second. Okay, so commutative properties says that we can operate two integers in any order. Order means by changing their places. Like, let us verify this for addition. Verify this property for addition of integers. So let us take two integers, 1 and -2. Let us add these two. The sum will be 1 plus -2 is -1. Let us change their order or change their places. Let us write -2 here and let us add 1. Then does the result change? Does the sum change? No. The sum remains same. See, this is -1 and this is also -1. So it is, the commutative property is true for addition of integers. What about subtraction? Is it true? Let us verify. Let us take the same two integers and subtract them in two different orders and we verify whether the answers are equal. So 1 minus -2 is 3 and -2 minus 1 is -3. These are not equal, therefore subtraction is not commutative. Subtraction of integers do not follow commutative property. What about the multiplication? Okay, let us check. 1 multiplied by -2 is -2 and -2 multiplied by 1 is again -2. We see that the multiplication of integers obey commutative property. What about the division? We do not even know whether when we divide two integers the result is or the quotient is an integer. So there is no need of discussing the commutative property for division of integers. So from these two we can generalize that addition and subtraction of integers follow commutative property. Addition and subtraction of integers follow commutative property. So let me write here. Addition and subtraction of integers. Addition and subtraction of integers obey commutative property. Addition and subtraction of integers obey commutative property. Now let us move on to the next property, associative property. Associative property. Okay, this property says that for any three integers a, b and c, we have a star b star c, a star b star c, and also a star c star b. We will, so this, I am not writing a particular operation here, I am using the symbol star to represent the operation. This can be addition and this can be multiplication or subtraction or division. Okay, so this star represents the operation. When we can, so this associative property says that we can operate three integers a, b and c in three different ways like this, which are shown here on the board. Okay, now let us take the values for a, b and c integers. Let us take 1, 2 and 3 and verify whether it is true. Suppose this star is plus, if we mean this plus, this star as plus, then the equation becomes a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, a plus c plus b, and let us verify whether we get the same answer. A plus b, a is 1, b is 2 and c is 3. So a plus b is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now here b plus c, b plus c is 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 1, 5 plus 1 is 6. And here a plus c is 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. We see that for addition integers obey associative property. Will it obey will subtraction of integers obey the associative property? No, because they do not obey commutative property, therefore they will not obey this associative property also. What about the multiplication? Let us check for multiplication. A into b into c, a into b into c, a into c into b. A into b is 1 into 2, 2 into c, c is 3, 2 into 3 is 6. Now b into c is 2 into 3 6, and a is 1, 6 into 1 is 6. A into c is 1 into 3, 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into b is 2, so 3 into 2 is 6. So multiplication of integers also obey associative property. What about the division? Since division does not follow the closure property and commutative property, it will not follow associative property. Okay, so we can generalize that addition and multiplication of integers, obey associative property. Addition and multiplication obey associative property. Now let us discuss the next property, distributive property. property, distributive property. So here we will distribute the multiplication over addition. Okay, so these two expressions, if the integers follow these two expressions, if the value of these two expressions for three integers a and b and c are equal, then we say that integers obey the distributive property of multiplication over addition, a into c. Okay, if the values of these two expressions are equal, then we will say that integers obey distributive property. Okay, so let us take a, b and c. Let us take a as 1, b as 2 and c as 3. All these three a, b, c are integers. Let us verify the first expression, a, 1 into 2 plus 3. And here let us verify the second expression, a into b, 1 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 3. 1 into 3. So here first we will solve the brackets. So 1 into 2 plus 3, 5, and 1 into 5, 5. And here also we will first solve the brackets. 1 into 2, 2 plus 1 into 3, 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. We see that we are getting the same value for both the expressions. So we can say that integers can be distributed. Integers can be distributed over addition. This is called as distributing the multiplication over addition. Distributivity of multiplication over integer of integers. So integers obey distributive property. Okay, so here we need to be very specific what type of distributive property. Here the distributivity of multiplication over addition. This distributive means distributivity of multiplication over addition. Distributivity of multiplication over addition. Integers obey distributivity of multiplication over addition. Let us look at the next property. Additive identity. Additive identity. So it is, what is additive identity? Additive identity is a number which when added to an integer a gives us the same integer. So this is the additive identity. A number which when added to a given integer gives us an integer which when added to a given integer gives us the same integer. Clearly we know that It is 0. 0 is the additive identity of integers. Next property is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. So what is multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is a number which when multiplied with a given number a gives us the same number a. This is called as the multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity of integers, which is 1. 1 is called as the multiplicative identity of integers. Next is multiplication by 0. So by this we finish the properties of integers. Now we are going to learn three more points about multiplication and division. So first point is multiplication by 0. Multiplication by 0 gives us the answer as 0. Any number a, any integer a multiplied by 0 gives us 0. Next is divisibility by 0. Okay, so dividing by 0 is not defined. Division by 0 is not defined. Division by 0 is not defined. What about dividing by 1? Dividing by 1. Any integer a when divided by 1 will give us the same integer a. So this will act as the divisible identity of integers. Like this is multiplicative identity, like this is additive identity. This can be called as the division identity. So by this we complete all the topics of this chapter.